4 months. We did it for 4 whole months. Not a challenge, not a productivity experiment, not a reinvention project. Just 4 months of writing, reading, and staying present. Staying with uncomfortable thoughts, with repetitive patterns, with slow shifts that don't announce themselves. When you do anything for 4 months, you begin to see past the surface. The excitement fades, the novelty disappears, the motivation fluctuates. What remains is the relationship. In the first few weeks, journaling feels expressive. You discover things, you articulate feelings you didn't know how to name. But after 4 months, something different happens. The writing becomes less dramatic, less about breakthrough moments, more about maintenance. And maintenance is underrated because maintenance is what actually sustains a life. Over these months, I've noticed that journaling is less about solving problems and more about stabilizing perception. When I read something, a psychological insight, a piece of literature, a reflection of grief or identity, I don't immediately apply it. I let it sit, then I write. Never to improve myself, but to understand how that idea lands in me. Over time, this creates internal alignment. You stop borrowing language that doesn't fit you. You stop performing emotional awareness. You begin speaking in your own voice. And that voice becomes consistent on paper and in conversation. The way you journal eventually mirrors the way you move through the world. If your writing is reactive and impulsive, your speech often is too. If your journaling is reflecting, allowing pauses, acknowledging contradictions, you start allowing that same complexity in others. 4 months of staying with your own thoughts reduces the need to interrupt someone else's. You become less eager to win arguments, less desperate to prove insight, less afraid of being misunderstood. Because you've already misunderstood yourself on paper many times and corrected it. That humility changes behavior. Another thing 4 months reveals is how cyclical you are. The same fears reappear, the same insecurities revisit, the same questions resurface. At first, this can feel discouraging, but over time, you stop expecting permanent solutions. You begin measuring progress differently, not by whether a fear disappears, but by how you respond when it returns. Earlier in this practice, a difficult emotion might have taken over the entire day. Now, maybe it takes an hour. Earlier, you might have sent the defensive message. Now, you draft it in your journal instead. That is growth. Quiet, unapplauded, uncelebrated, but deeply functional. Reading alongside writing strengthens this. When you spend months inside other minds through novels, essays, poetry, you develop patience for complexity. You realize people are layered, and so are you. This realization softens your tone. You judge less quickly, you assume less confidently, you listen longer before responding. Long term writing also reduces the drama of self criticism because you've seen your flaws consistently on paper, have stopped shocking you. You no longer panic when you notice jealousy or pride or insecurity. You've written about them before, they're familiar. Familiarity reduces shame, and reduced shame makes you less defensive with others. You can admit fault without collapsing, you can apologize without humiliation, you can disagree without aggression. 4 months is long enough to see that journaling does not transform your personality, it refines it. It sands down the sharpest edges, It shows your immediate reactions, it strengthens your internal dialogue. You start asking yourself questions before speaking. Is this about them or about my ego? Am I hurt or am I embarrassed? Do I need to respond or do I just need to feel this? That pause is the result of repetition, not inspiration. Staying builds pause, and pause builds character. There's also trust that forms, not just trust in the practice, but in yourself. You trust that you can sit with discomfort without escaping it immediately. You trust that confusion will eventually clarify. You trust that you can survive your own thoughts. That trust carries into relationships. You cling less, you over explain less, you demand reassurance less urgently because you've been reassuring yourself quietly, one page at a time. 4 months of writing is not glamorous. No one sees it, no one applauds it, but it changes the texture of your inner life. You stop chasing intensity. You start valuing steadiness. You stop trying to become someone else. You begin understanding who you already are. And perhaps the most important shift is this: you stop abandoning yourself when things get uncomfortable. You stay on the page, in conversations, inside difficult emotions. And staying is a skill. It's rare. So today isn't a milestone in the loud sense, it's simply evidence. Evidence that you can commit to something that doesn't reward you instantly. Evidence that reflection can be ordinary and still powerful. Evidence that reading, writing together slowly shape the way you think, speak, and respond. 4 months of showing up. Not perfectly, just consistently enough. Close the notebook today and ask yourself, where else in your life would staying instead of escaping change who you are? Sometimes growth isn't about becoming new, it's about remaining present long enough to see yourself clearly. 4 months, still here.